11th of May 2023. In this news flash I want to talk about something that a retired Greek officer has said, and it will be interesting to see if the mainstream media actually picks up on this. Ukraine and the Ukrainian leadership have made a very big mistake in moving the war to the cities. This was stated by retired Greek Air Force Major General Pavlos Krishna. Wars should only be fought between armies in an open space. Ukraine, with its military dogma, has moved the war into the cities without withdrawing the inhabitants. So there are heavy casualties on both sides. Civilians are being killed. It is a war crime when you bomb and fight and keep the population in the middle of the fighting. When you set up military bases in the city, in the hospitals, this is forbidden by international laws of warfare. The president of Ukraine is committing a crime against the people of Ukraine with thousands of civilian casualties. Yet the international community did not rise up when Ukrainian troops bombed cities for 8 years. Did it not know what was going on? No one is talking about those bombings. And that is the truth. I have done many Skidmarks in which I was talking about the bombing of the civilians in the Donbass. And my Nazi stalker, he also denies the fact that there was 14,000 people killed in the Donbass. But he is just a representative of the vast majority of people in the West. They are in total denial about the atrocities that was committed in the Donbass by the Ukraine military. And it was those atrocities were part of the reason why the Russians decided to move into Ukraine. But that is in denial. Now listen to the following and then you will understand the levels the Ukrainian military is willing to go to. Nothing is off-bound to them. AFU wanted to kill as many people as possible in the Shchepenko by filling shells with flechettes. Kiev's formations struck the Shchepenko with shells stuffed with high explosive elements. Radovka found out that they contained flechettes, metal dart arrows. They were designed to hit manpower. In other words, the Ukrainian armed forces wanted to kill as many people as possible by shooting at civilians. Thus, a man died as a result of the shelling. A shell fragment hit him in the head and he suffered an open head injury. Now you can see on that image what was in those things. And the same way they are bombing Donetsk city with cluster bombs that spreads that small little lipid butterfly mines all over the place, and they're killing children and maiming children. This is really something that any and every decent person in the world should be very upset about. But as we have seen, the Western media does not report on what has happened in the Donbass since 2014, and today, even today, they will not report on the Ukraine using forbidden weapons against civilians in the Donbass. At this moment, the Russians are fighting with one hand behind the back because they are fighting carefully there. Because they try to get the Ukrainian military out of the Donbass without killing civilians, where the Ukraine don't care about killing the civilians, and they use them as human shields in many instances. But slowly but surely they are being driven out of those built-up areas, and I have said it many times. Once the cities and villages have been cleared, the Ukrainian military is going to be in deep trouble, because then the Russians will fight them like the Americans do, bomb the living daylights out of everything that moves. And that is where we're heading. But the West should be ashamed for hiding these things. Please give me a like and subscribe and share the thing. Thank you.